Coming up on today's show, I talk about my favourite 10 out of 10 PS2 games. Hello YouTube, it's PS3 Gaming Scotland here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are well and gaming lots. So in today's video, I'll be diving back into one of the best selling consoles of all time, the PlayStation 2. So before we get into today's video, as always, let me know your thoughts below. Like, comment and subscribe if you like. And yeah, let's jump into my top 10 games from the PlayStation 2. Now this might become a part 2 because the PlayStation 2 is filled full of fantastic games, franchises and genres of game. There's literally something for everybody on the 6th generation of console. Getting right into the action then. So first up then we have my first and favourite arcade races from the PlayStation 2 was the original Burnout. Now Burnout was absolutely fantastic. You got to play arcade racing at its finest in my opinion. So just from the back of the box it says Burnout is an amazing racing game with a difference. Drive at incredible speeds through everyday traffic with your heart in your mouth and sweat in your palms. Arcade style handling against opponents. Computer AI against the clock make this Burnout game a game you can't put down. So yeah, crashing, racing against the AI, it had a little arcade mode, time trials, just absolutely incredible and definitely a game we need to see return. So the PS2 was filled with fantastic shooters and also licensed franchise products, and that one being James Bond. Now one of my favourite games from the James Bond franchise for the PS2 was 007 Nightfire. This had a really fantastic story, got to see different parts of some of the films in the story, and it had a fantastic multiplayer experience. I played this with my friends for hundreds of hours, and you got to control little helicopters and tanks within the missions, and also pick up some fantastic weapons like the Sentinel, or if you played as Oddjob you could take his hat off and chuck it at your enemy players. Aiming for the head would be an instant one hit kill. Now this game is fantastic. We are currently waiting at the time of recording this video a new entry into the James Bond franchise. It's not been around for a long time, but we are willing and we are wanting another entry and delve back into the James Bond world. So talking of another licensed franchise for the PlayStation 2, one of the most successful, long-running, withstanding animated TV shows of all time, and that's the Simpsons. Simpsons had a lot of fantastic games for the PS2, but this one stands out, and that is Simpsons Hit and Run. Now I absolutely adored this game when I originally played it on the PlayStation 2. So there were 7 levels, each playing as a different character. Yeah, you could. It was like a collectathon style game. You could have missions, collectathon. You could unlock new and cool vehicles from the TV series. It was absolutely incredible and a lot of fun. There was a lot of variety with its missions, time trials, etc, etc, and yeah, this game is definitely one I'd love to play again. Hopefully we can get another Simpsons game, or just this game as it was, or even remastered for the PS4 or 5. Really hope that's is going to be a thing, but you never know, we can always hope, I guess. So I don't know if you guys may have heard of this game, or it might have been a hidden gem in my opinion, but it is Motor Siege Warriors of Primetime. Now this was an arcade sort of shooter racing sort of game where you controlled a little car and you had like different over 50 arenas to take out the computer AI. You could also play with friends as well, and what made this game special is each mission or each sort of arena had like challenges or objectives to play in each arena. And also what made this game fun, you could use your skills, you could upgrade your vehicles, unlock new sort of cars, but this game also had boss fights so you could take down, and some of the boss fights were quite challenging, and if you beat the boss you got their car to use, against your friends. Now that was what made this game really fun and exciting, and that is Motor Siege Warriors of Primetime. I really recommend. The only thing I hate is these stickers that are actually on the actual artwork, which really grind my gears. But yeah, this game is absolutely incredible. So talking of another licensed franchise, one of my favourite film franchises of all time, and this original PS2 trilogy is just one of the best, and that is the Lord of the Rings PS2 trilogy. You had the Fellowship, the Two Towers, and this game in particular, The Return of the King. Now what made these games absolutely phenomenal and special was you could relive the moments of the film in game format. You got to play all the big battles co-op or on your own. But also what made this special was you had interviews from like the cast of the Lord of the Rings games, also talk about their experiences of filming that particular section of Helm's Deep, or some of the big other battle scenes, and also some of the quieter sort of scenes within and from these games. Now I absolutely loved this trilogy, and this game in particular, I remember playing this with one of my friends. There was a wave based mode after the main story that you had to rank up, and each wave started off with really basic enemies, and as you progressed to like wave 19, 20, you had trolls, you had big mammoth elephants, you had really difficult enemies coming in waves and waves, and it was like a time sort of survival based mode, and it was excellent trying to rank up all your characters to level 20. This original trilogy, I really wish I could go back and play this. I do have my PS2 somewhere, but I would love to just see a remastered collection on PS4 or 5 in the future for this, because this is just incredible. Yeah, it's just amazing, absolutely incredible. Don't have a higher word to say about it. Got to play as a lot of different characters from the Fellowship, and also exclusives from the films, which just, yeah, I could gush about this game and this trilogy all day, but yeah, definitely one I recommend if you haven't played it, the whole trilogy as well. And this is one of my favourite games on the PS2. As the PS2 grew, we also got a lot more racing games. Now this one, I do love my arcade racing, but what made this game stand out was its environments and the range of roster of original cars you could get, and that was RC Revenge Pro. Now, as I said, it was split into sort of 5 or 6 different arenas, sort of almost like your Crash Bandicoot. So each sort of 5 levels, it was a different theme. This was sort of similar to this one. Each race had shortcuts. You could play against your friends. You could unlock new cars just by playing the game, and also in order to get the 2 best cars in the game, UFO and Compact 3000, you had to beat all the races in the game via the online, via the trial, the time trial mode in these games. Now the time trials were quite difficult. You also had power-ups, and you had shortcuts to try and learn, and you could play the missions in reverse, which made it that bit more exciting and just fantastic to beat your friends going using the shortcuts, which, yeah, this game, really fantastic game on the PS2. Before we get into the last franchise on the PS2, just some honourable mentions. We had obviously the Sly Cooper, we had a lot of Tekken games on here, Tomb Raider and Jak and Daxter as well, to name just a few. Fantastic games. A lot of games started on PS2 and a lot of games continued on the PS2, which made the PS2 fantastic. But to end the video, this original PS2 trilogy, yes, it's had not a good reception recently, but this original PS2 trilogy, if I had to pick one, would have been Vice City. Now this is the Rockstar Games double pack. I do own San Andreas as well, so in this double pack it includes the Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City. The San Andreas game was separate at the time. I do own that as well, but what made these games special were the fantastic campaign, and just I had a lot of fun using the cheats in these 2 games and also in San Andreas. I just love these original PS2 games, and they do stack up, even though graphically they're not as good as I remember, but they still stack up really well, and these can actually be played on the PS4 through obviously backwards compatibility, and also with the PS2 collection on the PS4, can also play this on PS5, but I will, I'm currently playing GTA 5, trying to get the platinum in that. Just got one more multiplayer trophy and a couple more single player trophies to get platinum after all these years. And yeah, the new Grand Theft Auto 6 is in development. I can't wait, I'm so excited. And that is my 10 out of 10 PS2 games video. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what PS2 games are your absolute favourites down in the comments below. I've been PS2 Gaming Scotland, and I'll see you on another video. Thanks very much indeed, guys. Bye bye.